I will never judge a trader based on his wins. I want to see their losses. That tells me exactly what I need to know about them and where honestly you should be looking when you are assessing your own performance as a trader. In today's video, we're going to break down a couple trades that I took both last night and this morning. One win, one loss, and I'll show you exactly what went into the logic and thought process behind both of those. So let's hop on to the charts. We'll break this down for you real quick and then get you on your way for a nice weekend ahead. So over on TradeZella, you can see this is a pretty simple setup. We'll go ahead and we'll zoom in and all that stuff in a second. But what we have here is essentially it was a sweep of an Asia low. I like this setup on a multiple time frame confluence. Essentially, we had a new week opening gap level right here, where my limit order was set to exit the trade, and pretty much nailed the top tick on that. So cannot really complain there. This was a nice trade all in all. And when we go ahead and moving forward into today, I had one trade I lost. I was green all week except today. Didn't trade on, let's see, what day did I not trade on? Wednesday, I think. Tuesday maybe. I don't know, one of those days. But in this setup right here, I did like it. I did like it a lot. That's why I took it. I would have taken this trade again. Show me it again, I'll take it. I don't care. I'm going to take it. You know why? Because my expectations were in line with the fact that this could still go lower. I was simply targeting a nice retracement to about right there. That would have been fine. I would have taken something off there. We fell just short. I can't anticipate that a level is going to be left open. For me, what I looked at was I liked the idea that we swept below all these lows. We also had a level back here. So we're sweeping below multiple layers of lows. So in my mind, when I see a nice wick like this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try the long. I'm going to try it to at least right here. My entry was tight. My stop's right there. We're talking 18 points. You can't risk 18 points. Come on. I would take this trade again. The structure looked nice. And ultimately what I was doing here is I'm getting a pulse on the day. If the market is going to in fact bounce, this is a spot to make yourself known. But obviously, you know, hindsight, we can see that the market traded substantially lower. And of course, you cannot sit here and pretend that, oh, there's no bears in town, right? There's no bearish scenario. No, I was fully aware of the fact that there was a decent bearish thesis in play. I just didn't necessarily know how I'd want to get positioned for it. I anticipated a bit of a rally right here, which is fine. You can trade counter to the largest move of the day. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're not always going to catch the largest move of the day. It might not fit your risk parameters. It might not fit your time of day. It might not fit what you want to trade. If you can identify one of the zigs, you don't have to catch the zag. That's like one of the biggest misconceptions with trading in 2025. Well, think all these big moves they have to catch. You just have to get your piece. Was I willing to risk 150 bucks to make 300? Yeah. Is that a bad deal to you? Looked fine to me. It almost hit too. We almost just needed probably one little candle push. That's it. Entry was tight. Stop was tight. Didn't over risk. Didn't move the stop. That's a good trade to me. That's why I give it a 4. I would have taken this trade again. I've seen this trade play out many times in even just 2024. I have all the examples documented. I share this stuff with the Discord. If you're not part of it already, we have a link in the description. Join. It's free. Check it out or don't. But continuing on with this video, this was a trade I like. What do you refer to this as? I would essentially call this a spring, right? This is going to be your Wyckoff spring or turtle soup or blah, blah, blah. It's whatever you want it to be, right? The idea is you sweep below the level and you run back to the middle of the range. This right here is going to be your opening range, right? If I get my fib, can I get my fib? Anybody? Thank you. So you get your fib right here, and I'll show you the exact breakdown of how I was looking to trade this. So your opening range, high and low, first 30 minutes. I think you guys can do that for yourselves. And you see, what is that right there? %. So let's go ahead and actually mark out our risk reward, and you'll see what I was targeting. Entry right there. Let's go ahead and make this a little more accurate. It's like right there. Yeah. So right there, boom, essentially right here. Stop loss right there, and then target right there. Oh, wow, smack dab 2R, must be random. That's what I was aiming for. This was the setup I was looking for. I was willing to risk it to take it to about equilibrium. I did like the fact that there is a 1 minute imbalance right here, right? Smack dab right there. So I like the trade. I would take it again, but I lost, so I must be washed, right? That's what a lot of people think. They think they lose a trade and it somehow affects their self-worth. It really doesn't. It's okay if you lose, man. I take losses. Whenever I'm not winning, I'm losing. And it's probably the same for you. But the problem is people have this stigma around losing. Like it's somehow a bad thing. I could have made this loss bad. Trust me. I know how to do that. Trust me. I could have trailed my stop and I could have got stopped out at 800 instead of 847 or whatever. Is that worth it? Is it worth your account? No, just take the loss and move on. Do I need to prove something today? Not really. The only thing I need to prove is that I can be profitable by having profitable habits. You know what's profitable? Losing small. You know what's not profitable? Throwing a fit and needing to be right. Even if your bias is right, you could still manage it like a baby and you won't make money. It's all about how you execute in real time. Yes, you need a technical edge. Yes, you need to test this stuff. You need to develop the skill through back testing. I have a video for that as well. Check it out. But more importantly, you need to behave like a professional if you want to have consistent results in the long term. So while this is a trade review, yes, it's also an important reminder to share with you the idea that how you behave is ultimately going to dictate the results that you get. If you need to be right, if you cannot accept a loss, well, your ego will drive you to zero. But if you're okay with learning, you're okay with taking L's, you're okay with adapting to circumstance as it develops, then you'll be just fine. So if you got something out of today's video, it was a quick one, short, sweet, to the point, please leave a like, share this with a friend who doesn't know what a stop loss is. And until next time, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you then.